the kind of money I have in my accounts now, obviously, I wouldn't have thought of having it in my accounts back in, back home.
Hello guys, my name is Precious Mene. Welcome to my YouTube channel. You know how it is over here. It's all positive vibes. We exchange joy, fun, we have meaningful conversations, and there is always a reason for somebody to smile. And today on Delving on Stories of Resilience, we've got an amazing guy. He's a Ghanaian prince. Well, for my single Pringles ladies, rumors have it that he's single. But then, who knows? Meet my guest. Can you introduce yourself, please?
All right, so I'm Emmanuel, the boy from Ubrashi, a Ghanaian based in the UK now.
Today on Stories of Resilience, I want to talk about relocation. Emmanuel is a Ghanaian, and then he's right here in the UK. Yeah. So what informed that decision? Has it always been there for you that you want to relocate it? Have you always seen yourself relocating to the UK, or what happened? Why that decision?
I think the decision about relocating out of Ghana was due to um, the current state of how things are getting to. Um, Now we are in a system where it seems there is advancement and people are now trying to seek greener pastures um, in the global world, in Europe and America. So
Yeah.
since it wasn't something I really sort of have had it in mind as a kid growing up, I want to travel
Yeah.
out of the country. I got to a point where the opportunity presented itself, and why not? Opportunity comes at once. So when it comes, you have to grab it. And and they say success is preparation and opportunity. So when you prepare yourself and the opportunity comes, then you are up for it. You just go for it. So when the chance came, I just didn't really think twice about it. Although
Yeah.
yes, we love to develop our country, but we need to go out there, equip ourselves, and come back
Yeah.
to make the nation bigger.
Yeah. Wow. Well said. Well, two things struck me now about what you've just said now. You talked about success, you talked about preparation, and 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 then let's talk about preparation. Yeah, because there are so many young persons who are looking forward to being, where you are right now, but they are not thinking about the preparation part. Not so many want to talk about that preparation part. What do you have to say about
So I
that?
think with
Yeah.
preparation or traveling, it shouldn't be about just traveling or going overseas. You should be prepared or you should have a focus. It's not really about leaving your
Yeah.
country to another
Having a
country.
focus.
You should
Yeah.
know you are going to do something. You just can't wake up and say maybe you have X amount of money and there's an opportunity to go out. So you are
Yeah.
going. As you are going, what are you going to do? Where are you going to live? How are you going to live your life? So in order to, you have to prepare and you have to equip yourself prior to going. And obviously, when the chance comes, I would advise anyone not to think twice, because if you give yourself a year, what you achieve at where you are
Yeah.
in that same year, if you should relocate out, chances are that you'll be making at least 2-3 times of what you could have achieved at where you are. So
Yeah.
when the chance comes, you need to grab it, but it has to be in the right way or the right path so you don't regret it.
Exactly. There's been a lot of misconception, flying around. There is a school of thought that has it that, it's a complete waste. For people relocating, it's a waste of time. There are lots of things flying all over the place on the internet now. Some persons, come on there and say, oh, after relocating, oh, this and that and that, things became worse after relocating. So what do you have to say?
Okay, so it goes on to what I said about going with a plan.
Yeah.
So if you have a plan, be it work or school, when you relocate, it will be for the best interest of yours. Because coming to work overseas or schooling overseas, you
Yeah.
can never compare it back home, whichever way it is,
Yeah.
no matter what. So getting the opportunity to come and do your masters, your PhD overseas, can never be compared to doing your masters or oversee your PhD in Ghana or Nigeria. Whichever work you are doing back home, coming over to do the same job here will not be as doing it back home.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the financial bit into consideration, even let's take our currencies and the overseas currencies. The pounds and the naira is very skyrocketing. The pounds and the cedis is
Very
skyrocketing.
true. Very
So
true.
even if you are working in Nigeria and you are being paid 10,000 naira, and you come to UK and you are being paid 10,000 or even 1,000 pounds, it will never be the same.
Never, never
Aside that,
ever.
too, the opportunity that it brings, some of the benefits you get being overseas can never be compared to back home. So I think when the opportunity brings itself, you have to just analyze it first. What am I going to do? It's not about,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have this other with the crook way where you have to carry money to a connection man to bring you here. When the connection man brings you here, maybe you don't have a job or where you are going to live. That's when you'll be facing
Yeah.
challenges, and now you'll be having issues about, oh, I came and I wish I hadn't come or something. Take
Yeah.
10 people who have relocated from Africa to overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Compare their differences that they've been or they've had over the past at least, let's say, even less than a year, or let's use a year.
Yeah.
Compare their livelihood back a year before and now. About 8 people have succeeded or are doing
Very
better
true.
than they would have been doing 5 years in Nigeria or Ghana. So
Very
I think when the
true.
opportunity comes, you just have to analyze and know what you are going to do. Have a plan on it, and yeah, because you don't have to just come.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
correct. And I also think that, something that people really need to be aware of is that most of these people who relocate and they come here, they sell lies on the media. I don't know if it's because of, I don't know whether to call it this thing of, me succeeding alone. I don't know if if it really has to do with that character. Because, some persons are so much into them succeeding alone. When they know that there are fishes here, and then if I expose the information for people to know that there are fishes here, oh, it means I won't be getting 10 fishes anymore. I don't know if you
Mm.
understand me. So by the time they come in, it will be shared. I will be having two, or I may be having four, which they might find as not being enough. So I feel that, part of these reasons, selfishness, greed, are part of the reasons why there are lots of things flying around. People come on the internet. I watched something about a week ago, of a man crying, on the media, saying that, oh, his life is worse off now that he is now in the UK. His life is worse off now, and he was crying, discouraging people not to come, stay in Nigeria. Okay, this was a man, he's a Nigerian. For this man, he's a
Mhm.
Nigerian. Yes, he was saying, oh, stay in Nigeria, don't relocate, and all and all. So what came into my head, what struck me in the video was that the video where he was crying, he was still right here in the UK, crying, saying that he is worse off. I believe if you want to say that you are worse off, you should go back to where you're coming from to cry. But you are still in the same place where you are receiving milk and honey, and you are saying that you are crying. So how believable is that? And the painful thing is that a lot of people are buying into such thing. I don't know whether to call it falsehood or what have you. How does that come off at you?
For me, I think if you think you are fed up, just go back.
Period.
Yes. So
That's a period.
the black man always wants to be healed, wants all the riches to himself. So like he wants all attention and
Longer
focus on
truths.
him.
Yeah.
Wants to be the only odogu, the only oga. So in that way, for others to succeed and being at level par with him, he wouldn't want it that way. He wants a way that he will be the one always distributing to you.
Because come to think of it, you want to relocate here as a young person. You don't have a job overseas. You're not going for studies. You don't have any plan to study. So what are you really going there to do in the first place? It is when you don't have plan. There is a saying that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know what you want to do in the first place, when you relocate, or rather after relocation, situations will ride you over. Situations will ride you over. So while we are talking now, there are still millions of young people who are still looking forward to relocation. And then there are still lots of people also who are going about it the wrong way. What advice would you give to a young person who has the dream of relocation or dream of
Uh,
relocating?
I would say relocating is a very good thing. It's good to relocate on, but I think what we should really focus much on is information. Sometimes we don't get the accurate information. The information you might get might not be so like authentic, or and also people here who want to take advantage of people may not tell you the exact truth. They'll just let you know maybe when you come
Exactly.
it will be good for you,
Yeah,
and
people do,
when
yeah.
you get here there will not be any work or employment down for you. So I think it's all about having the right information and also getting yourself really prepared well. Make sure as you are coming, maybe you are coming with a focus, and it shouldn't solely be out of desperation. Now, currently, how things are going, like a whole lot of the youths are frustrated, they are desperate, they are fed up with the African system
Yeah.
because it looks as if it's not going to get better. It's not getting better anywhere soon. So
Well, we'll
when the
find
chance
out about
when the
that.
chance comes, it's not going to get any better now. So when the opportunity comes, you have to think about the future. Think about the next 5 years, how you want to see yourself, and don't
Yeah.
do it out of desperation. Where like someone would say maybe if you can raise 5 million naira or 3 million naira, then what are you going overseas to do?
I get to hear that a lot.
5 million naira may seem so like much of a huge money back home
Yeah,
in
back
Nigeria,
home, but
but
not
like
here,
telling you
man.
the truth, 5 million naira is nothing.
It's nothing
You
true.
can get that or more within a couple of months if you are focused and working well. So people say, oh, if you have 10 million naira, what are you going abroad to do? You can do a
Yeah.
business. Business can collapse looking at how the economic
True.
status. It's not about just when you have the money. You can get the money and maybe you may not do it right. So plan on it and know how you are going about it. So yeah, I think when the opportunity comes, you don't have to think twice.
You hear that right. Think about the next 5 years. Where do you want to see yourself? You being a young person now at 20 today, in 5 years, you won't be 20 anymore. So you should have a plan. Even if you do not want to relocate, still have a plan of where a secured future. So would you say personally, yeah, relocating, has it impacted on your personal growth in any way?
Yes, obviously, being out of the country has, brought a very good change. Like even being a bit cheeky, the kind of money I have in my accounts now, obviously, I wouldn't have thought of having it in my accounts back home. Maybe I would have been thinking the next 2, 3 years having, or maybe 5 years,
Maybe five.
but I'm having that kind of money on me. Yes. So, and also aside that too, there are a lot of opportunities that I can ride on over here that maybe I wouldn't ever dream of back home.
True.
Let me be a bit naughty. Yes, as a young boy, I've been watching football all of my, most of my years on, paying money to go to the DSTV centers to watch. And here I am just last week, the FA Cup semi-finals. I had a chance to, be at Wembley to watch it live, watch my favorite Manchester United that I've dreamt of.
Yeah.
So, like, at least
And
it's
a
a
big deal.
dream come
It's a
true for
dream
me,
come true. It's a big
which
deal.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have the chance. I've been in Ghana and I've never visited maybe Accra Sports Stadium or Kumasi Sports Stadium before, but at least every young football guy will one day want to,
Want to be
watch the
there
EPL live, and
live.
at least, so if not for anything, I have achieved that thing.
Catch the
Which
feeling. It's always
it's a great
different.
addition.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming over brings much, positives than negative, honestly.
My dear young person, it is not a bad thing, but how you approach it and what you intend to do with it, that is what matter. And that is what you should really take your time now to really give a big thought. Think about it. Why do I want to relocate? If there is that one thing you can say to someone who's at the verge of giving up on life right now, what would it be?
You want to give up for a year? No way. There's hope for the future. You don't have to think about giving up or giving up for what? When you give up, will life be okay for you? No. So you have to keep on grinding hard and take your wish list. The stuff that you've listed down, you've not achieved even quarter of it. Vacations, you've not done. You've not
The
even
good
traveled.
life.
You've not even traveled to Enugu. And you want to give up.
How do you know Enugu?
So the Maldives and all those are there.
Yeah.
So you need to keep on striving hard, and you're going to achieve it. The guys, the Benz, the mansions, it's achievable. There's hope for the future. With the grace of God, everything will be okay.
And that's on period.
Okay, so like, subscribe to the channel, and be waiting. I'll be back again for more just right. So see ya.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming, Emmanuel. It has been an insightful and a beautiful time having you around. So guys, what do you think? Share your thoughts, your opinions, and your questions in the comment section. We'll be there to give answers to your questions. Once again, thank you very much for coming.
You're most welcome, and I'm honored to be here with you. I hope to be back soon.
I would really love to have you back. Let your purpose be your driving force. Keep your head up and keep moving. And I dare you to create your own story. Like, subscribe, and share. See you in my next post. Bye for now.